Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jerome Dingo Davidson here, also known as the Wolf in the Sway. Now, what is this 37-minute video that everybody's super excited about, that everybody keeps talking about? Well, I'm going to show you the video, and I'm actually going to have my good buddy Cedric break things down for you, and by the end of it, you're going to be super excited, just like I am. You're going to see links down below, you're going to click it, you're going to get on board with our team. We have so much going on, we have so much growth. We're only 14 days old. As of right now, today is September 14th. We have over 30,000 people on board, and we go live on the 1st of October. So you definitely don't want to miss this. It's going to be absolutely massive. So let's get into the video, and I can't wait to see you on the inside.
When we are live, I want to welcome everyone to this live presentation here today. Also, this call is being recorded, so super duper shout out to each and every one of you that might be checking this out on the recording as well. If you could all do me a quick favor, if you could eliminate any distractions right now, anything that might have an on or off switch, your automatic income reducer, AKA your television, your BlackBerry, your Blueberry, your Cranberry, your iPhone, you might want to feed your dogs, you might want to feed your cats, you might want to drop a couple of flakes in the fish tank so your fish are good, and just focus for the next 15 minutes as this information could truly, truly change the way you do business. I am humbled that you have decided to spend the next 15 minutes here with us, as we know that you could have been anywhere in the world. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Cedric Harris. I reside here in the Tampa, Florida area. I've been lucky enough to be inside of the direct selling arena for well over 20 plus years. I've built organizations in the tens of thousands of people around the world inside of the home-based business arena. And I'm a multiple seven-figure earner inside of this industry still to this day. I don't say any of that to stroke my ego. I'm only telling you that so you know exactly the type of leadership and the type of team that you're looking at in this specific opportunity. Now, we're going to share with you an opportunity that is changing the lives of millions and millions and millions of people around the world within a specific niche. And it's very important that you pay close attention to the information that we are sharing. I learned a long time ago from a very, very wealthy mentor of mine that he simply said, Cedric, when someone offers you an opportunity, simply leave your ego at the door. So number one, I tell everybody to leave your ego at the door. And number two, understand that you think you can multitask, but it's not behoove you to try to do so. If you ever wonder why your computer is moving so slow, it's because you have 17 tabs open. Your brain is working the same way. So if you think that you can text, look at Facebook, play Pandora, look at this presentation, pet your dog, and read a book at the same time, good luck and let me know how that works out. Just give us 15 minutes and we promise you this information could truly, truly change the way you do business. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hit the screen share and begin the party. All righty, so you're going to learn today about a phenomenal opportunity called EPIC. Now, what does EPIC stand for? EPIC stands for Exceptional People and Incredible Compensation. Exceptional People and Incredible Compensation. And we always like to start our business presentation off with this simple slide. Shouldn't you be first at least one time in your life? Shouldn't you be first at least one time in your life? Now, let's think about numerous different examples. I remember when a friend of mine told me about Bitcoin back when it was $100 a coin, and I told him he was crazy. Let's fast forward till today. Bitcoin right now is $12,000 a coin, okay? I remember back 2003 when I bought my first home, 4,500 square feet on 4 acres of land in Powhatan, Virginia. That home was $265,000. Today, that same home is $800,000. Things have changed. I remember back in 2003 again, when gold was $500 an ounce. Today, as I conduct this specific presentation, gold is at $1,976 an ounce. Why do I start off with these few examples? Very, very simple. There's been opportunities that maybe have gone right past you before, and you wish that you can go back in time and take advantage of it. So again, we start off by saying, shouldn't you be first at least one time in your life? Here is one of those opportunities. So who are we? First of all, EPIC is a global company that's doing business in multiple countries around the world, that's really experienced inside of the Forex world, teaching people the lifelong skill of Forex trading. Now, this team has well over 100 plus years of direct selling and network marketing experience, and the company is 100% debt-free. Now, a lot of people ask me, well, Cedric, why did you add this inside of your portfolio? You know, you've got teams in different places. Why would you add something like this inside of your portfolio? Ladies and gentlemen, when you sit back and you look at the landscape, when you sit back and you look at the landscape of what's happening right now, it's behoove people to be able to have a skill that someone can never, ever, ever take from them, no matter what's going on in the economy, no matter what's going on inside of the company. So when we look at the leadership that's happening here, first of all, I had the wonderful opportunity to sit down with the founder, Mr. David McCovey, back last week, who has another network marketing company that has done well over $200 million in sales. He's one of the top promoters in all of Las Vegas, Nevada, one of the most connected people in all of Las Vegas, and is born and bred in Las Vegas. The Epic office is in Las Vegas, as well as we have another satellite office in California as well. Then you look at the president, Mr. Spencer Iverson, well over 20 plus years in their business. Mr. Mark Sterling, same thing, well over 20 plus years in the business. And when you look at all this leadership, this is where we're talking about well over 100 plus years of leadership inside of the direct selling and network marketing arena. So this isn't a company that's being launched by people who don't understand the direct selling arena. This isn't a company that has an issue with having the merchant accounts. This isn't a company that has an issue with having the compliance. You literally are just being here at the beginning, which is a very, very unique time. So what is Forex? What Forex stands for is the foreign exchange market, and it is simply the act of buying and selling currencies. That's all it is. The act of buying and selling currency. So let me give you an example of this. Right now, majority of you that are on this presentation are in the United States of America. If you went to Canada right now, you would have to trade your US dollar for Canadian money, okay? If you went to the United Kingdom, you would have to trade your US dollar for the euro. If you went to Asia, you would have to trade your US dollar for the yuan. If you went to Mexico, you would have to trade your US dollar for the peso, okay? Now, what's happening all day long, 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, is that these currencies are being traded, but it's happening on computers. So I just gave you an example of you being physically in that specific area, because a lot of people understand that when you paint that specific picture. However, this is happening all day, every day on computers. Now, this type of money, ladies and gentlemen, is pretty crazy because it is the largest financial market in the world. The largest financial market in the world. This is a $6 trillion per day arena. Did I say trillion? $6 trillion per day arena. Now, one of my mentors years and years and years ago, he said, Cedric, if you really want to make money, I'm going to give you the keys. I'm going to give you the keys. Now, when he told me this, I was 25 years old. After he laid this blueprint out, at 27, I was a millionaire. I'm 44 years old right now. I'm going to give you all the same exact blueprint. Now, you might think that I'm going to say something so profound that it's going to blow your mind. However, I'm going to give you the reality of life, because what most people don't get is that the simple things are the biggest things that could change your life. He says, Cedric, you want to make a lot of money? Here's all you do. You find a lane that people are already spending money in, and you take a toll booth and you stick it in that lane. Let me repeat that for the people in the nosebleed seats. You find a lane that people are already spending money in, and you take a toll booth and you stick it in that lane. I grew up in Richmond, Virginia. I grew up on the south side of Richmond, okay? And I can tell you there was a couple of lanes that people were already spending money in, and we just simply took a toll booth and stuck it in that lane. We did not reinvent the wheel. Now, $6 trillion a day being traded. $6 trillion. How would you like to have a toll booth in a lane that's already operating 24 hours a day, 5 days a week? It does not take a lot of pennies to change your life when $6 trillion a day is happening every single day, with or without you. So what are the epic services? What are the epic services? First of all, you have the ability to join live sessions and follow proven 7- and 8-figure traders within their trades. live sessions, okay? Live sessions that you can follow with proven 7 and 8 figure traders, ladies and gentlemen. That's number one. Number two, you're going to receive daily signals. Now, if you have already joined our team, if you remember when you looked at your email, you had to confirm an email so you can get these daily signals at the same time. So I want you to think about success for a second. The fastest way to success is to simply copy it. Let me repeat that for the people in the nosebleed seats. The fastest way to success is to simply copy it. So I don't know, if you want to learn how to be a 100-aire, hang around people that are 100-aires. If you want to learn how to be a 1,000-aire, listen to people that are 1,000-aires. If you want to learn how to be a millionaire, listen to people who are millionaires. If you want to learn how to be a billionaire, you follow billionaires. You will become the top 5 people that you spend the most time with, period, end of story. So when you think about these epic services, the fact that you're receiving daily signals from proven 7 and 8 figure traders, you're on live sessions following this, okay? You have the ability to have a 2-week syllabus, a full-blown epic university, okay? And within this epic university, you are able to train at your very own pace. Now, I don't want anybody to overthink this thing here really quickly, and probably the best analogies I can give you of it is having a 6-speed vehicle. Now, I want some of you to think about this for a second. If you can drive a 6-speed. So follow my story really quickly. You remember the first time you got into that stick shift car? You remember the first time? When the first time you got into that stick shift car, did somebody teach you how to drive it on a video? Did somebody call you and say, hey, shift it in first, shift it in second, shift it in third? Because if you did, there's a good chance that you burnt the clutch out. Somebody was in the car with you when you learned how to drive a stick shift, ladies and gentlemen. Ease off the clutch. Okay, ease off the clutch. This is how you put it in the first gear. This is how you, and so on and so forth. So I want you to keep in mind to think about this as a 6-speed vehicle. We are there in the beginning, showing you how to shift these gears. You have the ability to constantly learn over and over and over and over and over. And at whatever point you're ready to hop out of that passenger seat and get into the driver's seat, you have the ability to do so. Now, let me throw this quick disclaimer in here really quickly because we always want to be compliant. Epic cannot and will not make any guarantees about your ability to get results or earn any money within our program, information, tools, or strategies, okay? The plan rewards for you selling products and services to customers. While the opportunity is unlimited, individual results will certainly vary depending upon many factors such as commitment level, individual effort, and marketing skills. Any and all income projections should not be considered as guarantees or projections of your actual earnings or profits. Success with the company results only from active participation and successful marketing efforts, which do require work, commitment, and diligence on your part. Let me break that down in English for some of you here really quickly. If you went to high school and you skipped algebra class every single day, you don't know algebra. If you skip science class every single day, you don't know science, and nobody can guarantee that you understand science because you skipped the class. What we're telling you here is that we can't guarantee any incomes. You want to go through this training and become the best version of yourself. Now let's get into the big reason why majority of you are here today. Now I want to put this into perspective as well really quickly. When I say that we threw a last minute audible, this link was literally sent out 50 minutes ago. 50 minutes ago. That's how quick this Zoom came together because of the amount of phone calls that came. And look at the amount of people that showed up in 50 minutes, okay? This shows you the power of what we're doing currently right now. But let's take a quick peep at how you can actually get paid. First things first, inside of Epic, ladies and gentlemen, we offer a training platform. Everyone that's on this particular Zoom right now might not be interested in this portion of the compensation plan. Maybe you just want to learn how to trade and that's it, okay? Now, you can also get your service for free. So as a quote unquote scholar, we call our People that are just here to learn the information, we call them scholars. That's going to be a whole whopping $99 per month. Now, remember you were paying 20 grand a year in tuition for school, 50 grand. Some people are still paying student loans right now. Oh, I'm sorry, they delayed them until January, right? But they still coming to get their money. Did you realize that almost 90% of people who graduate from college never get a job and what they went to school for? That's a whole nother Zoom in itself. You're going to be paying $99 a month, ladies and gentlemen, as a scholar, someone who simply wants to learn the system. What's going to happen is real simple. You go out and you can refer 3 people. You can simply refer 3 people, ladies and gentlemen, and you can receive your stuff for free. Your training, you're going to be able to receive for free. Your live sessions, your back office, your Epic University, your trade signals, you're going to receive all that for free just by referring 3 people. Now, for those people who want to go out there and make a little bit of money, simply go out and refer 10 people to our opportunity. And you're going to have 4 people on one leg, 4 people on another leg, and 2 people on another leg. 10 people that may want to make a little bit of income just like you are. 10 people that understand that we're in the middle of a pandemic. 10 people that understand, hey, they cut that unemployment dramatically. 10 people that understand that 25 million jobs have been lost in the past 6 months due to coronavirus. So 10 people that want to make a little bit of change from home. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you're making $125 a week, $500 a month. Now, some of you might be looking at this saying, I did not hop on this Zoom to learn how to make $500 a month. Pause in my Harlem voice. Pause. Think about this. $500 a month could be a car note. $500 a month could be a free power bill. $500 a month could be child support. $500 a month could be free groceries. $500 a month could be rent. It could be half of rent. You could accelerate your mortgage. See, most people don't realize what this money is until it's gone. Until it's gone. We never realize what how something is so valuable to us until it's gone. That's $500 a month. Let's take it one step further. And I have no idea why my screen keeps doing this. Okay, maybe somebody else, there's a gizmo or somebody that's on here that has power over my computer right now. But we're going to keep it pushing, baby. 30 total people. 12 on one team, 12 on another team, and 6 on another. That's going to put you at $250 a week, $1,000 a month, and residual income. Now, here's the cool thing about residual income. Don't you have residual bills? Isn't today the first of the month? Is your rent residual? Go ahead and become a bobblehead. Is your mortgage residual? Go ahead and become a bobblehead. Is your power bill residual? Go ahead and become a bobblehead. Shouldn't you have residual income at the same exact time? Let's take it one step further. 80 total people on your team. 80 total people on your team. That's going to be 32 in one position, 32 in another position, and 16 in another position. That's going to put you at, I'm sorry, I just did that, $500 a week. Let's go to the next one. 250 total people. 250 total people, ladies and gentlemen, on your team. And look at your income. You're at $5,000 a month. Now, some of you might be looking at this saying, I don't even know 250 people. Yes, you do. The average 18-year-old knows 1,000 people on a first name basis by the time they're 18. I don't know 250 people said. You got 5,000 friends on Facebook. I don't know 250 people said. You got 3,000 people on Instagram. You know them. They're all there. It's just up to you to be a master inviter. Next thing is the magic number. This number right here tends to literally change people's lives. Now I want you to look at this number, especially for those of you that have been inside of the direct selling network marketing arena. 500 people on your team. 500 people on your team. A total of 500 people. That is going to put you at $10,000 per month. $10,000 per month with 500 people on your team, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to think about how your life could change if you had an extra $10,000 per month coming inside of your household right now. Now, I haven't even told you the beautiful thing about this just yet. You see, here's the cool thing. The cool thing is that if you look at this magic number on the left-hand side, it says 3. That magic number says 3. Now, if you think about the number 3, there's people that are on here that have sponsored 20 people, 50 people, 80 people, 100 people. They can only go 3 across. So what does that mean to you? To you, that means that they have the ability to place people on your team. Look up and see how many people are on the Zoom right now with a 45-minute notice. They have the ability to place people on your team. So I can tell you right now, procrastination could be extremely expensive. I would not meditate, precipitate, procrastinate. Now, I know one of those words isn't a real word for my English majors, so just bear with me. Every now and then we like to throw in a Don Kingism just to throw you off. Don't wait. Don't wait. Whoever put you on this Zoom, you want to get the rest of your questions answered and get locked in. There's a significant amount of us that have been inside of this industry for a long period of time that have teams in numerous different places at the same time, and those teams are on autopilot. They're doing their thing. We have separate divisions because we are big, gigantic fans of multiple streams of income because we all have multiple bills. And I've got this philosophy that I want to check for every stinking bill I got. So I want you to think about this. How many bills do you have? 5, 8, 10, 12? What if you got paid 5, 8, 10, 12 different times? But I don't want you to just hear this from me. I don't want you to just hear this from me. This was not planned, so I'm just going to do this random because I haven't even asked anyone nothing. So I'm going to go random. I'm going to start off right now with a phenomenal leader here real quick. Michael, I'm queuing you up. I'm going to start off right now with a phenomenal leader here real quickly that I've been knowing for about 12 years. When I met this gentleman, he was literally probably making about $600 to $800 a month. I remember staying at his home for a whole week with him and his wonderful wife in freaking super hot Arizona, where it's 762 degrees in the shade. And if you hang out too long, you're going to look like Wesley Snipes. Let's fast forward 12 years. Let's fast forward 12 years later. This guy's one of the top recruiters in all of network marketing, a multiple million-dollar earner inside of the industry, and is one of the top 10 recruiters in all of Epic today. And he's only been doing this for 48 hours, but don't just take it from me. Feel free to take it from him. Michael Mansell, can you hear me, my friend?
Absolutely, Cedric.
Take it away, my
Absolutely. Brother. Good to see you. Good to be here. This is a lot of fun. What I love is that 12 years later, you are just as epic. You have not dulled one bit, friend.
Thanks, brother.
We all know that Cedric just goes to a certain level, and then he surprises us all by taking it to another level. And that's what I actually learned from him 12 years ago. I was actually one of those people, and Cedric will become a bobblehead here really quickly when I say I was one of those dudes that how many times, 5 times, 6 times I said, that's it. This month, I'm going to be making my 10 grand a month, because that's all I was focused on at the time was 10 grand a month. I didn't actually have my sights set high enough. And when I actually set my sights at the level that I was actually capable of achieving, that's when things started to happen. And Cedric might not even know this, but it took me 8 years from the day that I met Cedric, and he flew out here to Tucson and hung out with Lauren and I. It took me 8 years. It was 2016 that I finally got my act together and thought, you know what, Michael, you know so much. Why are you still only making $1,000, $2,000 a month in internet marketing, network marketing? What is your problem? And literally overnight, and they say there's no success overnight. There isn't. But literally, I made a decision June 30th, 2016, saying, you know what? I'm going to take everything that I already know how to do and get to work. I'm going to support my team. I'm going to support my people, and I'm going to start working. I'm going to start burning that 70% of my fuel tank. It doesn't matter if it's, the liftoff is 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years. I'm going to burn my 70% of my fuel until I'm, shooting for the stars and we land on the moon. That was what I made that decision on that day. 30 days later, I went from making about $2 grand a month, dabbling in it, to having my first $40,000 month. That's what a little mindset shift and change can do. And now I'm honored and blessed to have guys like, and good time friend, longtime friends like Cedric, say that I'm one of the top internet marketers today. Like, that blows me away still, because I was still that dude 4 years ago making excuses saying, well, only if I was good looking as Cedric Harris, I would actually make a dime in this business. I mean, that was the kind of excuses. I was looking at other people saying, if only I had what they had, if only I had what they had, if only I had the following, if only I knew how to rank videos on YouTube, then I would be successful. Guess what? 30 days later, I was dominating YouTube because I made a choice. So each and every one of you that's here tonight, you made a choice to be here tonight. You made a choice to join this epic team. You made a choice to join this epic business. Now you need to make that choice every single morning you wake up. Doesn't matter what the family does. Doesn't matter what the friends do. Doesn't matter what the cat does. Doesn't matter what Cedric's goldfish do in his tank. You do what you do because you made that choice when you woke up every single morning, and you keep doing it every single day, regardless of what's happening in your life. And that's what it took to get to where I am today. And now I'm just so blessed and honored to be able to teach that stuff to other people every single day, all around the world. And Cedric, kudos to you for what you do every single day and the people that you attract. And I just love being around all these amazing people we have on this call here.
Thank you so much, brother. We're humbled to have you on the team. Keep crushing it, man, and keep up the great work. Definitely.
Absolutely.
I'm going to take a quick trip here to Las Vegas, Nevada. I met this gentleman, I believe, probably about maybe 8-9 years ago. And ever since I met this guy, I can tell you that him and his wife, everything they touch turns to gold. Literally, everything they touch. And they are so trustworthy, full of integrity, one of the top marketers in the world, one of the top income earners, and a marketing system that a lot of people know that has 4 letters to it. We won't, edify it here because, we're talking about another deal here. But this couple is a true power couple in the direct selling and network marketing arena. And he lives literally about 15 minutes away from the owner. And we met up in Las Vegas. And once we saw what was going on, we was like, brother, we got to partner up and make it rain. And I'm so happy to be partnered with him. So let me see if my man, Stephen Rachel, made it out there. Stephen, can you hear me, my friend?
Yes, Ed, I'm here.
Take it away, my brother. Why Epic? Why did you decide to join this deal when you can put your hands on anything, my brother?
Well, it's when we saw the information, I know when we hung out last week and everything, got a chance to hang out with the owner, David McCovey, and everything, and then had an opportunity to have lunch with him the next day. It's the right moment, the best situation to be in. I really felt a lot of wisdom, a lot of integrity, a lot of vision for Epic. When we first saw the information, hanging out with David, hanging out with Cedric and a few other friends, it just made sense. And then seeing all the top talent in the industry coming together as well at the beginning of this company, and then just seeing getting messages all the time, even before you even came down, said, I'm getting messages. Hey, Steve, are you guys going to join Epic? Whatever. I mean, it's just a lot of, unsolicited just attention, and so we just really wanted to take advantage of it. It just made sense. We've been rocking with some of these kind of compensation plans before in the past, and we've seen the situation that Epic's put together with the right corporate staff, the right technology, the right type of branding. Everything is in place just to really take it to a whole nother level. It really made sense. I couldn't deny it. And because, you see a lot of different things all the time, and people hit you up with a lot of different opportunities, consistently. And so when I saw this and when I really looked at it, I'm like, you know what? We already know how these type of compensation plans run, and we see what they've put together. It's gonna move really, really fast. And so we definitely wanted to take advantage of it. And really, I mean, the type of people that we have here, we got freaking Michael Mansell here. I mean, come on. I mean, just, it doesn't get any better. I mean, we got Cedric Harris, we got all these different names that I'm seeing all the time. And hey, this is like this might be the first time I think we've ever done a launch with so many people who I actually look up to in the industry at the beginning stages of an opportunity. That normally doesn't happen. It usually happens down the road. And this is the first time that we've ever been a part of anything like this, where it's just attracting so much attention and so many people are really just rushing to it. It's just the best is yet to come, though. It's going to be fun.
Awesome, Steve. Well, brother, we appreciate you. We see you living on that leaderboard right now. So keep up the great, keep up the phenomenal leadership. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So really quickly, ladies and gentlemen, I really didn't plan on pulling anybody out. It's like, you know, this kind of happened right in the middle of it, so I don't want to surprise too many other people, but I wanted to kind of pop in a few people so you understand exactly what's going on. And then I want to kind of lay out this play that we have going on. So first things first, the official launch started today. Right now, the company is doing 5 Zooms every single day. 5 Zooms every single day. Now you can simply go to launch.epictrading.com. Again, launch.epictrading.com to find out every single time that we are doing these live Zooms from a corporate perspective. Secondly, right now you can lock in your position and have a spot inside of whoever introduced you to this particular Zooms team for a whole whopping $19.99. You're going to lock your position for $20. Now, before I even go any further, you have to understand, you have wasted $20 on something that didn't make you one dime. Didn't make you one dime. You might have spent $20 on something before you got on this Zoom. You spent $20 on dinner that is going to be gone here very shortly, okay? You have the opportunity to be first for the first time. Lock in on somebody's team and keep in mind that they have the ability to place people under you and build throughout this pre-launch as we have multiple Zooms happening every single day for you to be able to take advantage of. And I have a funny feeling, and I'm not going to say it here on this video right now, but I just have a funny feeling that there's going to be a force that we're going to have to get out here and be doing some presentations a little bit more often instead of calling last minute audibles based upon the amount of momentum that we have within the team right now. On October the 1st, the company goes officially live. That's when the $99 a month kicks in, okay? And that's when it's going to get pretty interesting. Now, why is it going to get pretty interesting at that moment? Because the following week is the first payroll run. So we have this pre-launch going on for the whole month of September. I spoke to the CEO this afternoon. He said, we have 18,000 people in 60 countries right now, and it's been 48 hours. 18,000 people in 60 countries, and it's been 48 hours. If I were you, I would get with whoever put you on the Zoom. Last but not least, we're going to have an ambassador retreat for those people who hit their rank of ambassador, those people that have 500 people on their team, that 200, and 100. We plan on flying out about 150 to 200 people because we already know, based upon the numbers that are already happening, that that's about what we're going to need. And we're going to have an ambassador retreat in Mexico. It's going to be, well, there's no other word to use. It's going to be pretty epic, right? Now, quick news flash, because a lot of people are like, well, what are we getting for $19.99? First of all, you're able to lock in your position. You're going to lock in your position inside of that person's tree. But it also includes 60 live, did I say live? 60 live trading/training sessions that you have access to. 60 live trading/training sessions that you have access to, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I haven't done this yet, so let me just go ahead and see what it looks like because I like to do things off on the fly. So 20 divided by 30 is 66 cents a day. 66 cents a day for the next 30 days. That means that every live/regular training that you have access to, 66 cents a day. I wouldn't be marinating on this if I were you. And I'm going to end this with a little story. You know, there's going to be a handful of people that are going to look at this opportunity and they're going to hop off this Zoom and they're going to go ask the opinion of someone who wasn't here about something that they didn't see. Hey, Johnny, I just popped off the Zoom with this funny looking bald head dude with a gold tooth and a funny looking shirt. And he was talking about how we can make money inside of the Forex arena, as well as, we can learn the skill set inside of a market that's already doing $6 trillion a day. Have you ever heard of anything like that? Oh man, you a sucker. Why don't you go get a real job and stop chasing pipe dreams? That stuff don't work. I'm so glad I ain't listened to people that told me when stuff didn't work. I'm so glad, because you're going to end up with the same lifestyle that they have if you continue to listen to those people. You're going to be living in the same neighborhood that they live in. See, when I started listening to my mentor, I realized something. He said, if you pay attention to everybody that's in your neighborhood, that's where you're going to live. If you listen to everything that they say, that's where you're going to live. Because if they were smarter than you, why are they your neighbors? You see, someone that's making $5,000 a month cannot teach you how to make 10 grand a month, because if they could, why are they making 5 grand a month? Someone that's making 50 grand a month can't teach you how to make 200 grand a month, because if they could, why are they making 50 grand a month? This is the reason why I'm not like this crazy big fan of college. I think college is great for networking, right? But my philosophy is, if the professor is making $100,000 a year and, well, I was getting ready to say something I wasn't supposed to say. All I know is that if a professor was making $100,000 a year, he cannot teach me how to make $1 million. Because if he could teach me how to make $1 million, then why is he making $100,000 a year? Please don't pop off this Zoom here today and go take the advice of someone that you did not even have on here. Your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your aunt, your uncle. I love my dad. I love my mom. Okay, but my dad was a butcher for 35 years, working in a freezer at a grocery store called U-Crops, making $35,000 a year. I cannot live on 35 grand a year. I would have a serious problem in my life if that was the case. And the last thing that I'm going to say is this. There's some of y'all that are looking at this saying, I don't know how to do it. That's okay. You didn't know how to braid hair either, but somebody taught you. You didn't know how to drive a stick shift either, but somebody taught you. You didn't know how to even put your Facebook logo up, but somebody taught you. Somebody taught you how to do something. You sat still and decided to learn. You didn't even know what TikTok was, but you figured out how to download it on your phone and start doing stupid dances. Okay, we are going to teach you how to do this, but it's up to you to get locked in and pay attention. So I'm going to end it with this. If you are marinating and meditating on $20, you probably shouldn't have spent the last 40 minutes of your life here. I would get with the person who put you on this Zoom and get locked in ASAP and start plugging your people into the 4-a-day Zooms that we are doing live, and allow us to help you hit your financial goals. With that being said, my name is Cedric Harris, signing off in the flip-flop state that we call Florida. God bless you all. Thank you so much for your time. Get with the person that got you on this Zoom. Get the rest of your questions answered, and allow me to be the first person to welcome you to Epic.